Hey guys, I'm recording in the bathroom because I need to be quiet. So if you hear someone knocking on the door, they probably need to use the bathroom. But I have nowhere else to record. So,
it's okay.
but
Too late. We're both already dead.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Red Death.
Where is he?
I'm making a video dedicated to Red Death because he could be the bad guy of season 6 of The Flash, and that would be so cool.
He's getting ready to.
So basically, Red Death. Go watch Pagey. Just look up this character on Wikipedia, then go to Pagey on YouTube. Maybe Eric's Reloaded or whatever has done something on it, and I've seen Emergency Awesome do something on it. And then also go look up Comicstorian, Dark Knight's Metal. That'll tell you every single thing that you need to know about this, because I'm not going to be able to list everything. But basically, Red Death. Also, I hope that it's kind of echoey in here, so I hope that that doesn't mess up the recording a little bit. That'd be really annoying. Actually, hold up just a second. I'll actually be able to test it. Alright, yeah, we're good. I don't know why I said hold up. I'm the only one who would have had to hold up, because to you guys it was instant, wasn't it? But, and don't lie to me and say that it wasn't, because I know it was. Anyways, I think the biggest part is probably my voice is going away because I'm sick. Like I said earlier. I don't know when I said that, but I said it. I've been sick for the last 4 days. At least noticeably sick. I've probably been sick longer than 4 days, but noticeably anyways. So, yeah. The, Dark Knight's Metal. Red Death could be the villain of The Flash Season 6. That would be awesome. But he could also just, that could have just been a reference. But you guys remember in season 3 of The Flash, Savitar said, we're calling him Savitar because that's just easy, but it's Barry talking to Barry. So, the time remnants, A lot of people didn't like season 3, so hopefully that's not a determining factor. But, Savitar said, this room is where we figured out how to stop DeVoe, and, yeah, you know, but, that's basically what was going on there. We, also see that the, next villain of that season was DeVoe. Clifford DeVoe, aka the Thinker. Now, the current villain is Cicada, but they went into Nora's mind and said that, and when Nora was in the Flash Museum, Barry's like, oh, this is cool, I'm in the Flash Museum. Yeah, boy. And then, basically, Barry saw the, Captain Singh or whatever on the, CCPD. And he was like, he said, Cicada's body count is over 152 victims, or whatever, something along those lines. And then he said, that's higher than Zoom, or even Red Death. And, Barry's like, whatever, Red Death, what the heck ever, I don't give a shit. He didn't even reference it, so that was kind of weird. You'd think, like, oh yeah, well, Red Death, that's an interesting thing, I'm gonna have to worry about that in the future, aren't I? But he's like, nah, whatever. But anyways, Red Death is basically a fusion of Batman and the Flash. And I'm gonna put links in the description of this video to everything you need to know. But you're seeing all of these pictures and videos I have set up in the background, so don't worry about it. I have video and images of Red Death in the background, and Batman, or Batman Arkham Knight, and Injustice, and then some stuff from Batman Arkham City. I'm just trying to, get the thematic appropriate. What I'm saying is never going to match the videos in the background, the video and images and whatever in the backgrounds, okay? I don't want to, that really annoys me when I see videos like that, so hopefully that doesn't bother you guys. But I can't sync up everything, it's not that easy. I try. So I just put a bunch of random shit everywhere. because I can't sync it up. Back to the topic of Red Death, though. Basically, from what I hear, even though I'm pretty sure that's not how it was. I mean, then again, I haven't seen it in a while, so. But what I hear is, because I thought it was Alfred, but Alfred might have been Murder Machine. But basically, Batman lost all of the Robins in this universe. And so he wanted to, I don't remember what it was, but basically he felt that he wasn't fast enough to stop all these criminals. So he wanted to get the Flash's powers. So he took out all of the Flash's rogues, like Captain Cold, Mirror Master, all of these guys. After he took them out, he used their weapons and armor or whatever against the Flash, and then tied him up to the Cosmic Treadmill, which is kind of mixed with the Batmobile.
9 months ago, Joker was
and then
I pressed the button
he harnessed the Speed Force. And then they fused, and it was like Firestorm, where there are two people in one body.
Gotham braced itself for the inevitable.
Like Firestorm.
Actually fell.
I was gonna say Murder Machine.
I knew war was coming.
And so when it's like Firestorm, the interesting thing about that is that the Flash is kind of like Martin Stein, whereas Batman is basically Jefferson Jackson or Ronnie Raymond.
Don't tell my wife.
Whatever you say, officer.
Only that they don't. The only thing is that they don't cooperate. The Flash just tells Batman to stop, and Batman says that he can't and that he's going to do whatever it is he's doing. Now, the only thing that I don't like about the Arrowverse using Red Death is that the most interesting part of it is that it's Batman and the Flash.
Wait here.
But the Arrowverse can't use Batman. So, how are they going to use Red Death? Now, yeah, obviously it doesn't have to be Batman, but in the comics it is, and I want it to be that way. I want to see Batman and the Flash fight against Red Death. That would be awesome! But they can't, because they can't use Batman, right? So it is kind of annoying and kind of a bummer that they can't do that. But it would be so cool, like, having that. But then, I don't know, they can't use Batman, so they'd probably have to have it be the Green Arrow and Flash, or Batwoman and Flash. It could even be Supergirl and Flash, but I don't think it's going to be Supergirl. That would just kind of be weird. Something like that. And I'd be down for that too, but the most interesting part of it is that it's Batman. If you substitute Batman, it's not that interesting, right? So I don't think I want them to do it. I mean, I definitely want to see it, but instead of having him be the holy crap. There's a giant spider. Okay. Yeah, it bit me. Ouch. So that's the most interesting part of it, and yet I don't think they can do it. Wait, shit, my mind just rewound. I hate when that happens. I get distracted and then I try to continue the conversation, but I've been rewound for like 5 minutes. Hold that thought. Okay, well, I can't remember where I was going, so with that, but basically, the reason it can't be Batwoman is because she's going to be doing her own show, and I doubt she's going to be doing double time. It can't be the Green Arrow because the Green Arrow would have to be doing double time. And then for Red Death to do like what I think they're doing is Red Death in name and maybe costume only. It's going to be someone else. It's going to be like this whole Orland Dwyer situation. Orland Dwyer is not the Cicada of the comics. That's a new guy. The Cicada of the comics was flat out rejected in the show. Like, they attempt to go find the Cicada from the comics in the show, and then they're like, "You're not Cicada, what happened?" They basically went and like, "Yeah, this is not the one from the comics, this is a new guy." Orland Dwyer, I don't remember who the guy in the comics is, but Orland Dwyer is not that guy. And then they show off, they do a bunch of shit, okay, so, I'm sorry. But basically, all of, like, a bunch of the stuff is just really, really cool. I think that they don't strive for accuracy, like with Orland Dwyer, and that you know, they're trying to take their own spin on it, but I don't want it to be name and costume only. I do want to see the costume for sure in live action. I want to see it with the bat symbol and stuff too. But they'd have to use Batman for that, and they can't.
Easy for him to say.
And I don't want the first Batman we see to be a bad guy. That'd be terrible, right? Also, I'm hoping that they can use Batman on the Batwoman show. Because that would be so cool. Like, at the end of the season, they have just, like, the Green Arrow shows up in the Batcave or something, and Batwoman's there, and it's like, we need to find Batman. Now. And that's, like, the cliffhanger of the season. That would be awesome. And then they use Batman in season 2. That'd be top. That'd be amazing. Oh, also, this is going to be a side tangent real quick. Batwoman is said to be, a social justice show or whatever, and that sounds stupid. They better be like subtle and organic about it, because I don't want to start a controversy here, but social justice isn't a real thing. It's not. Justice is justice. Social justice is just about like stopping fat shaming or gay homosexual shaming or something like that. That's not a real thing. Like, okay, sure, someone's gonna say something, but you can't, like, someone's gonna say something, but no one's dying because of it. And like, it's during some parts of Supergirl, it's so blatantly obvious that they just need to stop. So hopefully they're a little bit more subtle about it on Batwoman. Like, have you seen Batman the Killing Joke? This one dude's just like, I need space from you or something, and then, or like, you're so clingy, I need space, and then he's arguing with his girlfriend or something, and then Oracle, Batgirl, just comes out of nowhere and just like throws him into a bush, and he's like, there, space. And I'm just like, you see, if that's your social justice thing here, you need to stop. That's basically what's happening, right? I'm not the only one who thinks that. I can't be. So, back to the topic of Red Death, though. Basically, he lost all his Robins. He wanted to fuse with the Flash to become this guy. And that'd be really cool. I want to see this, but it has to be Batman. So, either way, I'm just really excited. I lit up, like, when Captain Singh said that, when he mentioned Red Death, I was like, oh, he's coming. And if they don't use that character, then they could just say it's Batman or whatever, a fusion of Batman and the Flash in one of the future things, and then they don't have to worry about it, and so we know it's there, but we can't see it. Or maybe we just have like flash forwards, like on Arrow, and it just shows Red Death running around. Whoosh. Or maybe Arrow season 7, what we're doing right now, has the flash forwards, and the reason we haven't seen the Green Arrow around is not because he's dead, but because he's Red Death. That would be cool too. And instead of throwing batarangs that like age people into oblivion, he shoots arrows that age people into oblivion. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah. Basically, Red Death is kind of weird. He's from Earth negative 52. Or minus 52, whatever you want to call it. It's negative 52, but some people might want to call it minus 52. And this would be really cool to see, but they're just gonna mess it up, probably. And it wouldn't even be their fault for messing it up. It would be Warner Brothers because they can't use Batman. I mean, yeah, I guess you have to blame them to some extent for even trying to use that character. But it's Warner Brothers, you know, trying to, like, I'm just gonna say some stuff, and I'm gonna say, like, only a few words, and it's automatically gonna put the blame right back onto Warner Brothers. Ghost Initiative.
Brainiac controls the entire fleet from
Does that sound like a thing?
Take him down.
Deathstroke. I hope that seems familiar. Oh yeah, what about Deadshot? Oh yeah? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Are these all... wait a minute, so are these like all things that Warner Brothers has taken from Arrow? I think it is. So, you know, that embargo stuff. I really wish all these characters could just... I wish like Arrow could just have control of all characters. Because the other thing is, what if I don't like what the movies are doing? And if I want to see these characters in live action, I'm forced to watch these movies. What if I don't like the Deathstroke of Justice, or the Deathstroke in the DCEU? You want me to watch these movies to see these characters? I just want to watch... What if I want to watch them on Arrow because they're way cooler in that show? What if I don't like the Suicide Squad? What if I'd rather have the Ghost Initiative? But like with the name Suicide Squad and have the original team. You know? I feel like that's a thing that they're forgetting there. I keep going on these tangents, I'm sorry. But with Arrow, just like, or with Red Death, just think of like all of the possibilities if Warner Brothers wasn't taking stuff from the Arrowverse, you know? And they had like all the control over it. Think about that real quick. Like, Red Death could be Batman and the Flash in live action. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. And so, you just get a bunch of that stuff, right? Also, when's that Batwoman show coming out? We haven't heard anything about the release date. But if you think about it, I guess there's some reasoning too. Shit. Okay. I think there's some reasoning. I think Warner Bros. Wants money, but, you know, if they want money, why don't they put all these characters on the shows? I know for a fact they're still making revenue off of the TV shows. And they're saying they don't want to mix up, they don't want people to confuse the Arrowverse Deathstroke for the Justice League Deathstroke. But, you know, if that's really the only problem you're having, why are you letting the Flash coexist with the Flash movie? I mean, I'm not saying take it away. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. But your flimsy excuse is extremely flimsy. I can't be the only one who thinks that. And then, if your other problem is, not wanting, you know, just having an embargo, just say that. It's a lot better that way. I don't understand. Oh, and some people are extremely, not happy with Supergirl, how she's beating Superman, like, all the time. And they're like, oh, well, they're saying that Supergirl is stronger than Superman. They're not showing us this. And it's like, did you not watch the finale of season 3? Because I don't think you did. I don't think you've seen it. The finale was pretty clear on that whole situation. It's not that hard. She beat Superman. There, she did it. I think they eventually should make Superman way stronger. Because, I mean, Superman was raised on Earth with his powers. He just kind of always knew that they were there, and he should have mastery over it. Supergirl just... She literally forgot how to fly in the first episode. I mean, she's like, dude, when I went to fly, I kind of forgot how to do it. Like, that's what she said. So, how is she stronger than Superman exactly? She's had her powers for, like... For literally only 5 years. And Superman's had them his whole life, and he just doesn't know what to do with them. How did he lose? I gotta be honest. And one could be like, oh, well, Superman was on that kryptonite or whatever. She didn't, so he didn't have full access to his powers. But he said he did. And to make things worse, he was going for kill shots because he thought he was fighting Zod, not Supergirl. So yeah, I can see Supergirl winning in training because he's going to go easy on her. But why would he go easy on Zod? That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, Red Death. I'm sorry about these tangents. He'd be really cool. I don't know why I keep forgetting what I'm trying to say. Look, I'm just gonna call this an Arrowverse update rather than Red Death, because that's what this is. This is basically a recap and problems with the community or whatever. So, but there's this one dude. I'm not gonna link his channel or whatever because, you know, he probably doesn't like know what he's doing. I don't want to be rude, but it's like he just kept saying, like, I'll give you a few words. He said, Elseworlds crossover continues. Superman hate is the title of the video. So if you type that up, you'll find it. But he's like, they keep telling us, not showing us. But it's like, you did it already. They told us. But characters that need to return to the Arrowverse, I think, are Suicide Squad, Deathstroke, and well, just really all the characters that left due to copyright or due to like Warner Brothers, and then also Tommy Merlin, Thea Queen, and Roy Harper. I know Roy Harper is back, but he's not even doing much anymore. He's in the future crossovers, or like in the future crossovers. Duh. He's in the flash forwards, so he's in the future scenes or whatever. So I don't count that. I mean, like, he needs to be back in present day because I don't really like the. I don't want to only see him in the crossover or the flash forwards. I don't like the idea of only seeing him there. So, whatever. And then Red Death, I'm really excited about how they're gonna. I'm really excited by the prospects of this whole thing. I don't know if like they're gonna be able to do the comic book version though. Like, cause I'm just worried about it, dude. Like, how are they gonna do that? I kind of want to see Murder Machine too, because like once you open up one Dark Knight's metal character, you can. It kind of seems like you could do the rest of them if you really wanted to. The Batman Who Laughs. They definitely, dude. If they said like, they said Red Death, but if they said that they were gonna fight the Batman Who Laughs or whatever, it's like, okay, so they could do Batman. It's confirmed. That's confirmed. Because, like, in one of the next episodes, they better confirm how we're gonna be able to see this, because, dude, that'd be awesome. So, okay, so here's what I think they should do. They should have Red Death. So they should have, like, each part of the season of The Flash have, like, instead of a fractured big bad is what they were calling him, I think, they should have instead of doing a fractured big bad is what they were calling him, where it's not really a fracture, but it's, like, cut in half, where season 1 was, like, okay, so season 6 of Arrow had Ricardo Diaz as, like, the later half bad guy, and then this other dude, I can't remember his name, as like the beginning half. They should do like a quarter big bad. So the first quarter is Murder Machine, and then it's Red Death, and then it's Dawnbreaker. Or no, instead of Dawnbreaker, it's gonna be the Devastator. And then they should do the Batman Who Laughs last, as like the mastermind of everything. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'm gonna have to cut this in a minute. We're gonna have to cut, okay? But seriously, this would be awesome. Let me know what you guys think about everything. Subscribe. Click on the left to do a thing, and click on the right to do another thing. And then, you know, if you want to do the other thing, the other thing, you know, you can click on the middle or something. I don't know. Do a thing. But yeah. I want to know what you guys think about all this. Do you think that maybe instead of Batman and do you think Red Death should also be like, what if Red Death was just the Flash and Deathstroke? Wouldn't that be awesome? Because they should be able to do Deathstroke. I mean, they can't, but they should be able to, because Warner Bros. Is like, no, I'm good. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to cut it here. See you guys. Hey guys, I'm recording in the bathroom because I need to be quiet. So, if you hear someone knocking on the door, they probably